Welcome back to Wine World, everyone. Today we are talking about old fashions. Old fashions have a long and rich history, and I think when everyone thinks of old fashions, they think of a big glass with a big ice, a whiskey cocktail, something that's sophisticated and manly. But an old fashioned can be much more than that. The word we are going to use today that I want you to leave with is versatility. Old fashions are the most versatile cocktail out there because of their wide variety of ingredients that can be used to make them. Let's break that down a little bit. Old fashions are made using three main ingredients: a spirit, a sugar or a sweetener, and bitters. What this means is we can use any type of ingredient in each of those categories to achieve a very similar result. In spirits, the most common thing to use is bourbon. Kentucky bourbon, any sort of American whiskey, you get that sweet caramelly note that complements the other ingredients very well. But we can branch out from that a little bit. We can use a rye with a nice peppery base to add some complexity to our drink, or you can go further than that using a tequila, a mezcal. I've even seen a gin old fashioned out there. It is your choice to try to decide what makes an old fashioned right for you. Versatility. We move on to the sugars or the sweeteners. This is where I really think the possibilities are endless. There are so many sweet things out there that can be used for this category. Just even at Wine World, we have agave nectar. We have a bunch of different types of syrups. We have regular simple syrup. The most common traditional thing to use is sugar cubes. There are so many options, and that's one of the things I want to explore with you today. And for our last ingredient, we have bitters. We, of course, have the classics with our Angostura bitters and our Peychaud's bitters. Here at Wine World, we also have a nice line of different flavored bitters from Fee Brothers, along with a couple small batch craft companies that make a wide variety of different flavors and tastes of bitters that you can use to take any type of old fashioned and transform it with just a drop of flavor. Let's explore some of these options with three different recipes today. Our first old fashioned we're going to make today is the classic bourbon old fashioned using Elijah Craig. We're going to start by taking a sugar cube and dropping it right into the bottom of our serving glass, followed by 2 to 4 dashes of Angostura bitters. I think in this recipe, a little more is better. We're going to take our muddler or the back of a spoon or whatever works best for you, and we're going to grind the sugar cube and bitters into almost like a little paste. Once that's all incorporated, we can go ahead and pour 2 ounces of the bourbon of your choice into our glass. We'll drop a big cube into the bottom, and we'll give it a good stir for about 30 seconds to chill and dilute. Using a big piece of ice like this allows the most contact with the liquid, chilling the drink faster while not melting as much to water down your drink. So keep that in mind. We'll go ahead and garnish with a cocktail cherry, if we can get it open. the classic bourbon old fashioned. Enjoy. For this next old fashioned variation, we're going to change things up very slightly to make a more peppery, citrusy, kind of orange themed old fashioned. So let's try it. We're going to start with 2 ounces of Rittenhouse rye right into your glass, followed by a half of an ounce of this. I have like a orange cocktail syrup. This will be our sugar or sweetener for this drink. And for our bitters, I'm going to be using Fee Brothers Orange Bitters. I think about 3 good dashes will do in this one. The best thing about old fashions is if you find that this particular recipe is too sweet or too much citrus for you, it's a very versatile recipe. Change it however you would like. Go ahead and lower our big ice in. Give it a good stir for about 30 seconds. To garnish this one, we'll take an orange slice. Go ahead, give it a squeeze right over top, rub it around the rim, and drop it in. Enjoy this orange-themed old-fashioned. For this last old-fashioned recipe, we're going to switch things up quite a bit to really show you the versatility of this type of drink. And since smoked old-fashions are all a big fad right now, I want to show you some of that too. Since we're smoking this drink, we're going to do things in a little bit of a different order. Let me show you. I've already put our big ice into our cocktail glass. And when you smoke a drink, really the best way to do it is to smoke the glass, not the liquid itself, especially because liquid's flammable. Alcohol in particular. Let's try it. Now, we want to preserve some of this smoky flavor, so we're going to work quickly. We're going to take 2 ounces of our illegal Reposado Mezcal right into our glass, followed by half an ounce of agave nectar, we're going to finish it off with a little Scrappy's Fire tincture. This stuff is strong, but good, so I think a good 2 dashes will do it. For this one, go ahead and give it a quick stir. And serve as is. Enjoy. It's earthy, it's smoky, it's an old-fashioned. Thank you to those who stuck around to the end of the video today. I hope you learned a couple things about old fashions and the different types and how they can be made in a wide variety of ways. If you have a favorite way of making an old fashioned, let us know down in the comments. We're very happy to take your suggestions and maybe even make them here in the future. Thanks for sticking around. See you at Wine World.